This show is brought to you by Nice Mug. Nice Mug is the only mug made entirely out of ice. For more information, go to nicemug.com and enter the coupon code SAUNA for 10% off your entire purchase. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Sauna Talk. Today on the bench, I'd like to introduce you to Daniel Wilson. He's a recent builder of his own backyard sauna. And this session is recorded in 20 degree below zero outdoor temperature. In the sauna, it was, call it 108, 200 degrees warmer. So we joined the 200 club on this episode of Sauna Talk. So this episode, we are also joined, you'll hear in the background, my wife and I are part of this Sauna Talk as well. My wife's there, and Daniel's girlfriend. The story of how Daniel and I met is kind of interesting. My wife and I were at a coffee shop, and Dan popped up and said, "Are you Glenn from Sauna Times?" I felt a bit humbled, like in a movie star kind of way, but he was very gracious about introducing himself. And we talked about what an influence Sauna Times has had on his efforts towards building his own backyard sauna in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Dan and his roommate did a lot of research and learned how to build their own sauna. They focus on the elements within the ebook Sauna Build from start to finish. And so at the coffee shop, we decided to, hey, let's get together and sauna sometime. So this is the result of that intention. So as I mentioned, Dan brought along his girlfriend, Omina, and my wife, Julia, stepped in with us on the bench. And as the four of us gathered, we were joined by Brian Peterson, photographer from the Minneapolis Star Tribune newspaper. And Brian, by the way, was a previous guest here on Sauna Talk. He is one of the premier nature photographers alive today. And what a pleasure having him back to my backyard sauna. So it was minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit, which is pretty damn cold. Brian was out traveling around the Twin Cities area, capturing how people were dealing with the bitter cold. This was an assignment for a team of the newspaper photographers. And Brian had this realization that most of his photography colleagues from the newspaper would be documenting people in misery as they trudge along walking their dog or waiting for the bus to show up all bundled up and freezing cold. Brian took a much more positive tone to the project. He knew that I probably would be taking a sauna at some point during this polar vortex, so we couldn't have worked out a better time for this episode of Sauna Talk with Brian snapping some photos. So as Brian shows up, you'll hear a little chaos, but that's okay. Our chat will venture over on the bench towards Wim Hof, and we talk about hot and cold and how great it feels to have this kind of extreme temperatures of thermogenesis and cold exposure. A lot of this information we share and enjoy, as many of you listeners do as well. We visited in conversation Dan's backyard sauna build project from a millennial wellness perspective, what his sauna means for him personally, to have his own backyard, wood-burning, authentic sauna as an enjoyable part of his life and his roommate's life. There is this very cool intertwined way that we connected. Dan was down by the creek in Minneapolis doing some cold plunging and hooked up with John Peterson, who is a recent guest to Sauna Talk. He and John talked and connected and took a sauna, and now that and that's how intertwined sauna is, especially in Minneapolis, St. Paul. We are blessed to have some really cool photos taken from Brian Peterson on this night, and we're able to check them out here on Sauna Times. And so without further ado, please welcome Dan Wilson to Sauna Talk. So welcome to Sauna Talk. This is actually an amazing moment. To my left, this is my lovely wife, Julia. She saunas maybe 1 out of every 10 times. and this is one of them because it's a special thing. Next to Julia is Cody. Say hi, Cody.
Hello.
And Cody, where do you go to school?
I go to the University of Minnesota Twin Cities.
And what's your favorite project right now? Who's your favorite employer?
I'd say definitely Pine Island, some Sauna Times. We got NICEMA, we got Truxers. Love it all.
And to Cody's left is
Brian Peterson.
And Brian, what's your main role?
Tonight or in general?
In general.
I'm a photographer for the Star Tribune.
Right on.
And
go ahead.
Well, it's going to be, 20 below tonight maybe?
Yeah. What's the temp, would you say, outside right now?
My car was saying 12 below. It's
12
dropped
below.
just a few degrees.
And Brian's on assignment, traveling all over Minneapolis right now, shooting insane moments in 12 below in Minneapolis. And those of you listening to Sauna Talk regular listeners know Brian, one of the earlier guests on Sauna Talk. We talked a lot about sauna. And somebody's shivering right now and ready for sauna
I'm
with
ready.
no shoes on. This is Dan.
Dan Wilson.
Welcome, Dan.
Thank you for having us.
And Dan, tell us about your quick background. Do you live close by?
Yep, live in Tangletown, Minneapolis, South Minneapolis, and I came across your ebook on how to build a sauna, and me and my roommate built a sauna.
So you're living the backyard health and wellness escape dream, right?
Exactly, authentic Finnish sauna.
Right, and one more guest here in our changing room.
Absolutely.
Hi, I am Omina, came from Japan.
Did you come all the way to take a sauna in my backyard?
Yes, we love sauna and hot springs. We have that culture of the bath every day, so we love it.
Right on. And we love that you love it. There's a lot of really wonderful things happening in Japan with sauna and getting warm in multiple capacities. You talk about the springs. And would you say that the traditional Finnish sauna is gaining steam in Japan?
Yeah, steam, yeah.
It's becoming more popular.
It's popular, the steam sauna.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
We have any kind of sauna everywhere because we have hot springs and public baths anywhere in every towns. And there is sauna every public bath.
Wonderful. Does it get this cold in Japan? This cold?
Not that cold. It's my first time to spend in the snow.
Yeah. And
Really?
so first time you've experienced snow.
Yeah.
Now, so Dan, how cold are your feet right now?
They're cold. I've lost feeling.
Well, look, the microphone is great. I can talk. I'm mostly Italian, so I can talk all day where you put a mic in front of me, and I don't mean to keep anybody. If someone wants to go in the hot room and sauna, now I think is as good a time as any. Okay, we'll go. I think we did a great intro here. We're testing new equipment, thanks to Cody. We're going on the road with Sauna Talk. Does anyone want to speak about, how many sauna rounds do you think you guys are in for today?
3? 3 sounds good. Maybe more. We'll see. Yeah.
Right on. And Brian, do you think we're going to get you on the sauna bench today?
I'm fully decked out in my mucklucks and my down, and it'll take me about 2 days to strip back down, so I might have to just observe and record this historic event tonight. So.
Okay, and I really want to get a photo of the. Hey, Cody, do you got a phone on you?
I'll take a picture.
Take a couple of pictures. I'd love to get
I
a
almost
shot.
went out of the house there with just my long underwear on because I was wearing them around the house and it was so nice and toasty, and I got out to the car and I said, God, I don't even have my pants on yet.
Cody, yeah, right on. So this is I'm going to put this in the show notes, folks. This is my good pal, good old sauna buddy and partner in crime. Yeah, get a horizontal one too, Cody. Right on. 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna stand here between Neoma and Dan right here, and we'll get another team photo, horizontal, recording Sauna Talk live and direct.
1, 2, 3.
With the steam brewing. Try one more, just for fun. Yeah, it's nice to have resources. And I hope you guys are following along at this moment here. We got the water bucket freezing.
Actually, let me is Julia in there?
Yeah, she's in there.
Come on, I want to get a good selfie for my Facebook page too.
Yeah, good.
I got long arms, so we can get everybody in.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, and you're tall too, long and tall.
Where are you, Dan?
All right.
We need you, Dan.
Let me change to this side. Looks a
You
little
get
bit
in
more
a coat.
exciting.
You and I with our down coats on.
Yeah.
Everybody else.
I hope you guys listening
Everybody
get a
look
little.
like they're in. I think we got everybody. You ready? 1, 2, 3. One more.
Nice.
Good.
Nice. I love the old school phone. Is that a 4?
Yeah, it is.
God, that's
Or
great.
no, I don't know, it's an SE or whatever. It's like the stripped down version. It's got the new operating system, but it's the old.
I love
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cody,
What?
what do you think of that phone, Cody?
What is that?
It's nice.
Yeah, it's just it's like, I think it's called an iPhone SE.
Is it a new one?
It's fairly new. It's like not the latest generation,
But
but
it's.
it's obviously the
tiny.
cheapest one they can get because it's a Star Tribune issued.
Oh yeah.
But I kind of like, for me, it's great because it's smaller and
It
it's
is.
got a good camera.
I've got that one small, but it's
Yeah.
a 4S.
It's got the good camera in it, so works for me.
I know some of these newer ones, so I'm like,
I
the
know, it's like
camera's
having
like
an iPad.
freaky good.
So let's do it and continue Sauna Talk. The main guest I'd like to,
You want me to get one more picture?
yeah, please do. Yeah. Cody, any suggestions as we record
1, 2, 3.
this episode? I'm sure most people have turned off the program already because it's just been so random. But any suggestions, Cody, in terms of?
say keep the distance. I think
Do we have any
it's set
shoes for this
to.
poor child?
Yeah,
I'll
we got-
survive.
Yeah.
There's flip
Oh, you got flip flops.
There's no heated tile in here,
But we
right?
should
No,
put
but
them in
I'm
the,
working on that.
Oh, are you?
Yeah,
them in
I'm
the
working on that.
sauna
Like
for you.
Uponor, the North America
Maybe you drive,
headquarters
you
is
go,
in
"Oh,
Apple Valley,
okay.
and it's a
Go.
Finnish company.
Go for it,
Brian.
right?
They're Finnish, and anyone
We're
listening,
mismatched.
work at Uponor or know the folks at Uponor. Glenn Auerbach wants to coordinate and connect, and I want to build a mobile sauna with a radiant heat system that will work for a mobile application, and is part of the $100,000 sauna project, which you guys are going to learn more about. So welcome guys to Sauna Talk.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, Dan, great. You're going to hold that
Okay.
right there.
Yeah.
And we're going to chat a little bit about your start with sauna and where it's brought you to today.
Sure, sure.
And if you could let us know, like, when did you first get exposed to sauna?
I'll give you the full story. I got into Wim Hof in 2015. I saw was it 2015 or 2016?
Yeah.
When he was on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, right on.
And
You may want to put your butt over there so you're not baking against the stove.
is this a Kuma?
Yeah, this is smoke, and don't drop the glass on the ground.
You have got to see our stove. You're gonna laugh.
No, I don't mind. Yeah. We can go stereo if you hold it that way.
Like this?
Yeah.
Just like this?
Yeah.
Oh wow, these what do you call these? Just
simple backrest.
Wow.
Hey, I got it. All right, we're gonna talk backrest in a little bit. So,
Okay.
so how long have you been exposed to Wim Hof? And-
okay. Was it 2015? I think when he was on Joe Rogan. Before that, starting in 2013, winter would come and I would dread it. So if I could, I would snowbird down to Arizona or California or something. And it was, I think, October. Hat off?
He likes his hat on. You like
Okay.
your hat on?
Yeah, I always wear a hat.
Yeah,
I have a
most
a
Russians
bun.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan's wearing one of these traditional Minnesota stocking caps,
Yeah.
and it's a Minnesota version of the Russian cap. Huh?
Yeah.
Maybe we should do that.
Is it etiquette to take the hat off?
Not at all, man. No, I think it's great you're wearing your hat. I think it's awesome. It looks good too. And as a matter of fact, we're getting a photo of it. Jill, you don't have
Brian,
to
you want me on the
whisper.
top floor?
Yeah.
See, I know what photographers want. No, boy, girl,
Right,
boy,
right,
girl.
right.
I'm-
Exactly.
This is
No,
how
that
anal
makes
we
sense.
are. We just know what we want, and he just wants more.
So Dan, back to Sauna Talk.
Yep.
If you don't mind on that. So we were listening to Joe Rogan. You're from Minnesota, Dan?
Yep. I grew up in Northeast Minneapolis.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. And you were always running away from winter.
Always running away from winter, and then it was the fall time, so winter was on its way. I was dreading it, and then my roommate Ken Hannigan, I think you've actually met him, DJ Ken Zen. He's
Oh,
DJ'd some sauna events.
Right on.
He showed me the Joe Rogan episode with Wim Hof. So I listened to it, and here he's talking about stop rejecting the cold, embrace it, use it as a tool to train and get stronger. So I listened to the whole episode and then did a little bit more research on Wim Hof. I watched the Vice documentary. Eventually I signed up for the 10-week online course. Took the course, started practicing. I lived 2 blocks from Minnehaha Creek, so my roommate Ken and I would go down to the creek, do our breathing rounds, get in the water, just do our Wim Hof thing, go back to the house. One day we were down there doing Wim Hof breathing and cold exposure. We ran into Ken's friend, happened to be John Peterson. He was walking home from somewhere, but we saw him. We met him by the creek. Well, he told us that he had built a sauna. And I had been in saunas before, but...
Did he tell you that he built it, or did he tell you...
I don't remember. He said he had a
roped
sauna.
somebody in?
Yeah, he said he had a sauna at his house.
Right on, all right.
And so it's close, he lives right off the creek, right? So we walked to his place, and he showed it to us.
I was just gonna say.
We didn't fire it up that
The light
time.
is here.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
awesome.
Oh,
See, I
wow.
know this stuff.
See, we don't have, we do
I'm
all
helping this guy
candlelight.
out. Sorry.
No problem.
Oh wow. Sorry, but he just needs it for the photo. I think he keeps wanting to shoot, but it's not enough light.
Oh, perfect.
So, yeah, man.
So we went to I saw his mini house. I think it's called the firehouse. Yeah, the mini house sauna.
And did he say that he built the firehouse?
I don't remember. Maybe.
Because I built that.
Oh wow!
Oh, you're talking about John?
No, I don't. I can't say that he said he built. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. I was just in awe of how cool the thing was, and he was,
John,
gracious enough to.
I love you, John. If you're listening, I love you.
Yeah, and so he showed
the
it to
great
us.
thing about John is he knows how. He's got this great ability to how do you say, to like engage others. Like he called me out of the blue, and many years ago, and he's like, "Oh, I hear you're into saunas and all that." Next thing I know, I'm like pounding nails, cutting wood, building this thing, gutting that trailer for him.
Yep.
And then it was a great collaboration. He's a big collaborator, JP.
I'm amazed by what he's done. From
Yeah, man.
super nice. Yeah, so he showed us the sauna. We didn't fire it up that day, but then he said, "Come back, I'll fire it up." So I think we went to his house, did some Wim Hof breaths. He fired up the sauna, and it was that first sauna experience in a true, authentic wood burning sauna. And like I said, I've done the the health club saunas or at the hotel, just the electric saunas.
Right.
And it was nothing like this.
Yeah.
It was real heat, true heat, and then he throws water on the rocks, and it was like, whoa. Mm-hmm. From that first time, Ken and I we knew we need one of these.
Yeah.
We need to do this a lot more.
Yeah.
So we started brainstorming at the table, like, I don't know how to build. He's better than I am, but we're not particularly carpenters or craftsmen. But we just started brainstorming.
You want to throw a little water on the rocks there?
That's great. So, folks listening, that was Brian from the Star Tribune, the Minneapolis newspaper, and he's like, "Get some water on the rocks." And he's trying to create a little steam.
We're doing we're doing some dual coverage here.
Yeah. So that experience
Yeah.
right there, does that feel different to you than health club saunas or
Oh my
electric
God,
saunas?
yeah.
How would you describe the difference, Dan?
Just penetrating, intense, dramatic, but amazing. It feels so good. It's this level of comfort and a little, I don't want to say discomfort, but it's a shock. It's sort of a shocking feeling,
Yeah.
but it really just gets the sweat pouring, and once you break that first sweat,
Yeah.
that's when it just starts feeling amazing.
Mm-hmm. You know what I like, if anyone wants a little bit of water, I like, this is actually quite warm water now,
Yeah.
but there's some cool water if you want to get your hair wet. Do you want to get your hair wet? Yeah. It's a nice. There's a little ice cube in there.
Oh, wow,
And,
thank you.
yeah, I find wet hair is a nice way to start a sauna
Yeah,
round
because
for
my
me.
hair is really hot, right?
Yeah.
Oh, mine's really hot too. Can I get some?
Sure, hon. Yeah.
Is that cool?
Yeah, you can blend it. There's a little ice.
Oh yeah. Blending.
So Dan,
Yeah.
you and roommate Ken
Yeah.
committed to building your own backyard sauna based largely on the experience of JP's firehouse.
JP introduced us to it, and we fell in love right away.
Yeah.
And we were committed to building our own sauna, but we didn't know how. That is when I found Sauna Talk. That's when I found Sauna Talk, and I started doing a Google search. I found Sauna Times. I had no idea it was related to JP or that you knew JP at all. But I just started reading I remember, I don't know who I told, maybe it was Ken. I think I told Ken, like, look, here's this website where it's all about saunas. And they're talking about building a authentic wood fire sauna. There's a podcast too, so I started listening to it on my podcast app. I just went through all the episodes. And at that time, we were brainstorming, like, how are we going to build this thing? What's the layout going to be? We were researching trailers, shopping for trailers, shopping for prefab, like just pricing everything out because it was all new to us. So I started listening to all your episodes on Sauna Talk.
Did you hear Brian Peterson from the Star Tribune?
I'm sure I did because I listened to every episode.
Because there he is right out the window.
There he is.
Isn't it like the whole world seems small when you start connecting sauna dots, you know?
Absolutely. Wow.
So there you were.
Yep.
The chronology is let's build this, researching all of the elements of how you wanted your backyard sauna to be,
Right.
Built, laid out, constructed.
Yeah.
And from the time you started research to the time you took your first sauna in your own backyard, how much time was involved with that?
So I would say we gave it about a month of just brainstorming and researching, and then eventually it hit a wall where it was time to just pull the trigger because I had found your ebook by then, so I knew I had everything I needed to do. But we did pull the trigger before I finished the ebook. I started buying materials because ultimately we didn't have any of the tools, so we had to engage my friend Mark Massa, who has a shop, like an artist studio / wood shop on Nicollet Island, and we picked up it was a homemade trailer, steel trailer for $200. The guy built it himself. He used it when he went on a road trip. He put like his camper on it, and so Ken went to St. Cloud to pick this thing up. And so we based our measurements off of that trailer, and we threw around a bunch of different interior floor plans. And of course, we went more complicated at first.
Sure.
And we were actually going to do like sort of like an L-shaped bench, and then put the door on the side. And we ultimately just chose a setup exactly like this, how you have in here, just 2 benches straight across the side, and.
And what is the dimensions of your hot room approximately?
Okay, it is about 6 by 8.
Yeah. So this is I built this sauna in 2003, and it was just kind of shoehorned into the garage, and so it is smaller than most saunas I've built. This is 6'4" by about 6'3", so it's almost square. 6.5 by 6.5, a little less.
Yeah.
But yours about the same dimension on one way, but a little longer, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
And we don't have a waiting room.
Yeah. Hot room only.
We were extremely, the budget was extremely tight, and again, we didn't really know what we were doing. First time build. Yeah. And so it was just the hot room. Yeah. Yep. And then the stove, the stove is a funny story because we just, again, looked on a budget, went to Craigslist, looked for sauna stoves first, came across this welder somewhere in the suburbs around the Minneapolis, and he told us he would make us like a little fishing. It's just stainless steel. It's just steel. He just made a steel box with a fence. So what would you, a guard for the rocks on top.
Right on. Yeah.
And it's just this little stove. But it works. It works, and we can get that thing. We can get it pretty hot in there, and I'm just.
Have you run into any problems, in our climate in Minnesota, where you're leaving a hot room, 160, 180, whatever, out to outside where it's 0, 10, 20, that kind of thing? Has it given you any issues?
No, I absolutely love it. We put in an ice bath. We tried to do, we sauna in the summer, and we try to do the ice bath in summer. We would buy 100 pounds of ice, and it would just melt right away.
Sure.
So now in the winter, it's nice because you just fill it with water, and then it freezes, and you can just chop it up with an axe, and then it looks really good on camera, and so we've been practicing. Really good on the bottom, It feels great. Omina's been doing it since she's been here.
I tried to, but I just went to the feet and ran away.
Yeah. So, Omina, what is the coldest it gets in Japan? Whereabouts in Japan do you live, and what is the coldest? You're in Celsius over there, right? Yeah. So, can you give us a little play of what cold is in Japan for you?
In my place, never snow, so it's 0 Celsius.
Sure. Well, you're above freezing generally, right?
Yeah, but not snowing because I am in the side of the ocean, so it's coming a strong wind.
Yeah.
It's cold, but it's not get snow there.
Yeah. I'm wondering if I'm trying to think. What would you say, Dan? And speaking, about like the climate how would you compare it in America to a place? Is there a place in the United States of a similar climate?
In here? In Japan?
In Japan.
Compare Japan to somewhere in the U.S.
I don't know other places than Minneapolis and Sedona.
Yeah.
What would you say?
I mean, the way she describes it is that maybe it's like Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that correct? Or
yeah, maybe, but
very humid, right?
Yeah, very humid in Japan. In the summer it's horrible humid. And even winter is much more dry, so maybe feel more cold than here because
humid. So Florida is a good one. Do you have palm trees where you live?
Where is palm tree?
Palm trees.
Coconut.
No, not the palm trees. The pine trees.
Oh, okay. So maybe like the Carolinas or something. Yeah. Along the coast. But so this is cold for you.
Yeah, this is cold, but not feel like I suspected because it's below 0.
Yeah.
Minus 20, 40 Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
It's
negative 12 right now.
Yeah, minus 12 Fahrenheit.
So that's Celsius. That's
probably minus 20 or
right.
So.
I think more.
More than that. Yeah. I should know all this. In my brain, I do Celsius to Fahrenheit.
Same happened to me.
Yeah. You comfortable? You guys want a little more water on the rocks? Okay.
Can I drink some water?
I bring for you.
Yeah. Grab mine too. It's the Nice Mug container outside on the ground.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. So there you are. Do you Wim Hof, Dan, pretty regularly?
Yeah. I take cold showers regularly. In the morning. I usually just end with cold.
Yeah.
And I use the breathing technique for all kinds of things.
Yeah. What's an example there? Where you
I like to work out, so I'll do 5 to 10 Wim Hof breaths before a set, like a bench press or squat or whatever. I'll just start doing Wim Hof breaths. Thank you.
I think this bottle will be hot, right?
Yeah.
Should be better.
Thank you.
And then do you do the breathing exercise on their own, like 3-4 rounds of breathing?
Yeah.
And then go right into push-ups?
I generally don't do the push-ups, not because I don't believe in it. I just, I use Wim Hof at the gym. I'll do Wim Hof. I'll do the breath retention and do a set of, any pull-ups or something. But I do love doing 3 rounds. There's a YouTube video called 100 Breaths by Wim Hof.
Okay.
And he's counting to 100, and then the people are breathing.
Yeah.
So we actually, once Ken and I decided And I have a couple roommates, and they all do. Nick does Wim Hof and cold sauna. I mean, it's a hit. Everyone that does it pretty much is converted.
Did you hear the Wim Hof interview on Sauna Talk?
Yep, I listened to it.
Were you a little crazy, or did it flow pretty well for you?
I thought it was great, and I loved your backstory. It inspired me to do podcasts that way, like the full backstory, and then the interview itself.
It was hard tracking him down.
I bet.
Yeah.
He attracts a big crowd, right? And
I know Sauna Talk is right up there with Joe Rogan in terms of viewership and stuff. So
yeah,
he should definitely sign up and wanted to visit with me. A little sarcasm there.
That's great. I'm a huge fan of Sauna Talk.
Right on, man.
I couldn't have done it without Sauna Talk and the ebook, but I went to Sauna Talk just when I had questions. How tall should the door be?
So you went to Sauna Times with the questions?
Nope.
The website?
Yeah, the first thing I found was Sauna Times, and then we started planning the build right after I found Sauna Times, but then I found Sauna Talk, so I started trying to answer my questions by listening to the episodes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and then at the end I was like, wait, there's an ebook. He has a whole ebook from step by step how to handle everything.
What was an example or two of how the ebook helped you along?
My favorite thing was the foil bubble wrap.
Yeah.
Not only is it extremely easy to use, it's fun.
Yeah.
It gets fun to use.
Well, I think it's been mentioned about with sauna, the interesting thing is it's not like remodeling a house or whatever. It's, as you know, Dan, it's such a small space. So the minute you undertake one of the aspects of a build, say insulation or in your example, the foil bubble wrap, it's sort of like, the hardest part is to get the material, get the staples in your staple gun.
Yeah.
That's like the prep is almost as much work or time as the actual doing it. And by the time you're starting to get a little tired of the process, you look around and you're like, oh, I'm almost done here.
Yeah.
So that's one of the areas that I encourage and love about sauna building is it's, first of all, generally it's in its own space.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry too much about sawdust or living amongst it. And, the other advantage is each process moves along pretty quickly.
Right. And it's extremely rewarding. One of the best feelings was that first time we fired up our brand new sauna that we built ourselves.
Yeah.
And I was a little scared at first that it wasn't going to work. It wasn't going to get hot enough, right?
Yeah.
But sure enough, we just started loading it up with wood.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, one water splash and we're pouring sweat.
Yeah,
and
cool. And what a rewarding feeling.
What a rewarding feeling.
And you did it all yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't have done it I don't think we would have tried if I didn't find Sauna Times. I mean, we were highly motivated by just the experience JP gave us, the first real, authentic wood-burning sauna. But when it came to building our own, we relied heavily on Sauna Talk and Sauna Times. So
right on. Nice to hear.
Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure, Dan. That's one of the fuels for me is to help folks just like yourself realize your own sauna dream. I was sharing this with somebody just the other day. It's sort of like, when I built my first sauna, I felt like, hey, that was a candle, and I was able to light that flame.
Right.
And then I started, I built another and another, and these were candles that kept continuing to to be lit, and to light help provide a candle for you to light your own.
Exactly.
Is just creating a lot more, warmth.
I mean, you literally shared the warmth with us.
Yeah, spot on. So this has been a good first round. I appreciate
I'm ready
you coming on Sauna Talk. You ready to do a dunk in cold water?
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah. So you could grab this, Dan, and then I'll take the recording. Anyone else want to be interviewed? Are you ready for a cool down?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Joel? What do you think of your husband who's building saunas and helping people build saunas?
Lovely, 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 lovely.
My wife, a woman of few words, sums it all up. So we'll see.
A woman of few words with you.
Well, because you see me every day.
But it's fantastic you helping to the others to build own self, right?
Yeah.
By the way, Dan made it own sauna, watching by the internet, searching somehow.
Yeah.
I am trying to make that way on my art
Yeah.
by the website.
Yes.
I just grabbed for you once in the paper. It's a string mandala.
Oh,
I
beautiful.
am making that, but I want to improve people to do own self.
Oh, yeah. See, that's
feel,
right.
Yeah, so feel so
So it's
proud about
it's
it.
very similar where you do something that you love within yourself, and then
Yeah.
you want to encourage others to do it themselves, right?
Yeah, because it's much fun to build by yourself than buy something it's made it, right?
Right on.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
I'll try to put a link in the show notes to this product and project. Do you have your website up?
Yeah, I'm just building the website right now.
Great. Well, we're going to cool down, folks,
Yes.
and be back at you.
Yes.
Oh, we're recording still.
There it goes.
Round
Yeah,
2.
Yeah.
We had a nice cool down. That was a long cool down for being 10, 20 below.
Right.
Yeah. Is this round 2 for you guys? It was a little chaotic.
Yeah, round 2.
Yeah.
That was an amazing, dramatic round. How hot do you think it got in here?
I only think it's about 170. Now,
Okay.
here's an interesting thing. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people like 200, but to me, 200 in this sauna is like wicked. I don't know if my thermometer's on loan right now, so I don't know, but I know by taking thousands of saunas in this sauna that it's about 170. But this is a hot 170. 170 in other saunas, I may need a spring jacket.
Right.
You don't like my jokes, do you, Dan?
I'm sorry.
We're being serious.
No. I was.
We're thinking
It's
serious.
what?
I'm thinking serious too.
Yeah, nobody laughs at my jokes, you
We're
guys.
like spacing out.
I got beers outside.
Which
Maybe
kind
that'll
of
help.
jacket would wear in the heat?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like, ooh,
No, some saunas that are 170 are not hot. 170 in this sauna, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's the stove, it's the compactness of it, the insulated value of it, but I love this sauna because it's my sauna, of course, and all that. But I know this sauna and I know the heat so well.
Right.
I know how to maintain the wood. It's just something I'm really comfortable with. So this is good heat in here right now, and it gets to our bones, like you were mentioning. You know, the heat that gets right into your bones.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
from
you
the
can-
skin to the bone. Yeah.
Yeah. So what else? What else you want? I got a few questions, or do you want to share anything else, Dan? As the Sauna Talk?
Hit me with the questions.
Yeah. So you've had some experience now with sauna, and how many different wood-fired saunas have you experienced?
This I've had JP's the Firehouse, then his new mobile sauna. I don't know if that has a nickname. The new black or the newer black mobile sauna, the 612 sauna.
Oh yeah. So the 612 sauna that's parked at the trailhead now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that has a medium Kuma stove. This is the small Kuma.
There's a bigger one than.
Yeah. There's a
Oh
big
wow.
one. Yeah.
well, that one's big, way big.
Yeah.
Sauna room.
I'm telling you, the heat in that 612 sauna, I happen to, well, you know, I built most of that.
Right.
And so it was, but it was designed really well, not strictly by me and all that. The cubing of that space relative to the stove is really well done. It's a great heat. I happened to sauna there alone, and that's where I really got hip to the heat performance of that as it relates to the space of it. Very well proportioned, and you had a good experience there.
Yeah, that was my first sauna experience. Was his mini house sauna, aka the Firehouse, and then his newer mobile 612 sauna, and then it was ours. Our sauna was the next sauna, and now this is my fourth sauna experience.
Right on.
Yeah.
Wow. That's not a ton.
Right.
Yeah, cool. So if you've experienced the mobile sauna thing, if you could get a mobile sauna, hitch it up to your vehicle, go anywhere, where would you choose to bring a mobile sauna and experience a sauna session?
Sure. Every year for my whole life, I go up to a resort near Perham, Minnesota.
Perham.
Yeah.
Yay, Perham.
And it's my mom's side of the family. And I think there's like 50 people that we rent a bunch of cabins. It's a resort. We pretty much fill up the whole resort for that weekend or that week. And it's always been one of the most fun weeks of my life.
Yep.
I've gone up there every year. I'm 34 now.
I've had
Yeah.
the same experience.
With
just, one of the best experiences of my life is going up to a resort
yeah.
as a child every summer. I mean, the biggest high for me ever. And I guess maybe that's why I'm so in love with Northwoods now.
Absolutely.
It gets in your bones.
Oh, I don't know. It's magical. But
Yeah.
for some people, maybe not so much.
That's
we're all
true.
different. And some people love it more than others.
Yeah.
Some people have their hair blowers and their cars.
Yeah.
Shower every day.
Shower every day.
A shopping mall close by.
It gets them scared.
Well, our cabin, that Julie and I have built we started going up to Lake Vermilion in 1988, 89.
Yeah.
We had our own island and sold it in 1995. Yeah. And then I built our second sauna up there in 1996. So we've been going up, and our kids were born. They spent every summer of their lives on Lake Vermilion on an
For
island.
better or for worse, they complain about it now.
They complain about it now. It's great.
It's there every summer.
Yeah, but that's in their DNA. And,
Yep.
and they'll get so Perm is where you would bring a mobile sauna.
Yeah, just because it's that 1 week of the year where I'm with the people that I love more than anyone.
Yeah.
And
Free.
how cool would it be to surprise them with a mobile sauna right next to the lake? Because the driveway goes all the way right down to the lake. So
Sure.
it could be perfect. We could do a sauna, then do rounds in the lake.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I would do.
The budding movement toward a mobile sauna has created lots of opportunities, especially for folks that are close to water or have cabins. But setback requirements are prohibitive of building a sauna.
I think our first shot will be good in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Great. We got
And
the
we're going
5
directly
minute call.
outside, right?
Who's going to do water besides Glenn? Anybody else or just Glenn? You're gonna do
It's a
water?
shower.
Well, no, just a bucket. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A bucket.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
3.
She's doing
We'll
it.
probably have 2 of you, maybe you and Julia, stand by the spigot over here,
Okay.
and he'll do the water dump. And
Okay.
and then Dan, you and can go over on the patio side. I'll direct you when you get out.
Right
Yeah.
on.
So the
Yes,
important
sir.
thing is we're going to leave the hot room together in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yep.
Did you catch that, everybody listening to Sauna Talk? So, we have Brian here from the Star Tribune, and it's such a magical day, well below zero. And it's interesting, I don't know if this came out in our chaotic beginning of this episode of Sauna Talk, but, Brian, just a great guy, known him many years. He built his own sauna as well, Dan. And you'll see many of his shots in his book, State of Wonders. He's got a couple of really iconic photos of sauna. He's a big sauna fan. And the story of today is the Star Tribune editors said, okay, all you photographers, everybody out, drive around town. We got to capture this record cold. Most photographers are, capturing people struggling, dealing with the cold in a negative way, like, waiting at the bus stop.
And we're going to be partying in the chill for about 5 minutes.
Yeah. And that's exactly where Brian took the assignment. Is I'm going to take it the other extreme, the other way, where people are embracing this as Wim Hof calls it, cold
That's so
being
funny.
our warm friend. The extreme, right? We're getting out there and doing extreme. So that was the interruption there, Brian giving us the 5 minute mark, because he's toning on the light, right, Joel?
Yeah, and the funny thing is just think of it like this too. You're reading the Star Tribune and you're seeing all of us here, and then lo and behold, you listen to this podcast, and then you're like, wow, that's really how it all worked out. It was kind of contrived.
Oh, well, yeah, it's...
Not in a bad way. I'm just saying you get to see more, understand more of the story.
Yeah, yeah.
Suddenly you see it in the paper, and then you listen to this podcast just out of the blue. Wouldn't that be fun? Like,
Well-
oh, wow, that's how that all happened.
Well, as a professional photographer, I mean, lighting, right? And he's managing the lighting because it's sunset right now. And
He's totally managing, and because that they call it the bewitching hour, it's like the smallest amount of time.
yeah,
It's so you're frantic. Sometimes you're just frantic
yeah.
with
Hey,
that
hey,
teeny
Dan.
amount
Yo.
of time to take a photo.
Right on.
That's
And
awesome.
actually, I'm going to ask everybody that's in the room here because we're running a little short on time. I want to wrap this sauna round up. Maybe not Sauna Talk this episode, but I'm going to go around the horn. I'm going to start with you, Dan. If you could take a sauna with anybody, dead or alive, past, present, who would you choose and to take a sauna with? Anyone come to mind?
The first, I could think of a bunch of people, but the first person that came to mind would be Wim Hof.
Oh.
First of all, it's because I'm so grateful for the Wim Hof method. He gave us that. It's helped me tremendously.
I do it every morning too.
Wow.
It's amazing. But there's something about him, I believe, that is contagious. You just, when you're around him, he gives you some sort of extra endurance or ability to withstand the cold or some sort of new mental edge, just learning how to control your brain. So I haven't met Wim Hof yet, but I would say, to answer your question, first person that comes to mind is Wim.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I think the mental edge is right. The mental edge. You watch him and you go, oh, he believes in like infinite possibilities, and they really exist, but we don't tap that.
Yeah, Julie, do you do the Wim Hof method?
I do. I started.
An extra 5.
Good.
I just started doing it like probably a month and a half ago, religiously every morning, because I have Lyme, and I'm like, okay, I'm putting all the guns at my scenario.
Yeah.
And because I know the thing I love about Wim Hof is you get rid of all those toxic CO2s, and that's the secret.
Yeah.
Getting rid of those CO2s,
Well,
because then your body works so much better. I'm like,
yeah.
it is free.
Well,
Who would want to do it? Free.
and just like my adaptation of the Wim Hof method.
Is that light right outside the door?
Yes.
It went on automatically.
Yep.
Turn it off.
You can switch it off right there.
I
It's.
did, but now I tried to turn it back on and it didn't go back on.
Do you want it on?
Well, I might want it on for one and maybe off for one.
Okay,
Yes.
which one is
for
that?
sure. You
What-
can control it.
Okay.
Yep.
Little snow.
Yeah. God love Brian. He's such a pro at
Oh,
this
God, I
lighting
know
thing.
exactly what he's doing. It's so amazing. It's just
Yeah.
and the funny thing is, like, oh, I'm so glad it's not me, because it's just so much work.
Oh, I hear you. Well, he loves it. So, Jewel, if you could,
But not when you're learning to sound.
if you could take us one more quick thing on the Wim Hof method, and you're talking about the CO2 that you're, pushing out of your body, and then of course, the opposite of that is the oxygen that's being, that you're just forcing into all of your cells.
Above 100%.
I think,
yeah.
I think, I do hyperbaric chamber too, which is a huge oxygen replenishing thing to your cells.
Yeah.
And it actually, more oxygen actually allows your stem cells to happen too. All those, when they're all clogged up and
Yeah.
toxic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, that's great.
I like because it's free, and I can do it when I
It's
want.
free.
And there's
And
this.
it's 100% beneficial.
There's this
Feels good.
yeah, parallel with the oxygen coming in, the CO2 going out, with the deep breathing and all that, and then the parallel of the extreme, the temperature extremes that we're experiencing.
Yeah.
Through cold, and to me, like, the cold is accentuated with the heat, like we're experiencing now. I think there's a parallel there with the breathing, oxygen in, CO2 out, and the heat in, and cold.
Well, I've heard you say it's about the cold the heat is the expansion and the cold is the contraction. and that's the yin and the yang,
Yeah.
and
Yang.
that's what we're going for.
Yeah. And it's like, you know. And the other thing that's what really makes me think about this is like, it actually makes your muscles. The reason you relax is because your muscles are kind of working a lot, and then when you're done, your muscles can just go. So they relax.
And they're
because they've been working.
No question. And then there's this mental element to it, is the fortitude, this element of controlling your autonomic nervous system, where typically, oh, that's water's cold, you know, is this fear, this fight, flight, blah, blah, blah thing going on. But you overcome that when you start to understand about, okay, my body core is hot. This cold is flushing my pores, offering relaxation, you know, offering this like physical relief from the heat.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, this is, you start to rewire your mind toward the acceptance of extremes.
Right.
And it offers us all kinds of strength, especially for me when I'm having to go to Target and get more than 3 items on my list.
Right.
That's where I need some deep breathing.
I would have to see some
Totally.
visuals on that autonomic nervous system scenario
Yeah.
because I really don't
Mandula,
understand.
blue, whatever.
I don't
in your
understand what
brain.
he's saying about that. How you can control
Yeah.
your nervous system. I'd want to see some diagrams because visually I can't comprehend that.
So, Jewel, if you were to take a sauna with anybody, dead or alive, past, present, who would you pick?
Oh gosh, you know, I was thinking, I'd really love to hang out with Jesus. I mean, how cool would that be? Oh my gosh, I'd be trying to reach him 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
And I'd
And
be
you
like-
get him one-on-one on the sauna bench.
I'd be like, dude.
What would you want to ask him?
Oh man, wasn't prepared for that question. I'd have a million of them.
Yeah.
I'd have a million of them. I have to sit down and write them down.
Well, you could do that with your sauna. But maybe you are sauning with Jesus. He just comes with a different name.
Yeah, that's cute. That's really cute.
How about you?
She's gonna pick Buddha.
If you could have a sauna
Hindu
with
guy.
anybody, dead or alive, past, present, does anyone pop into your mind as someone that you would like to sauna with?
I don't know in exactly to who, but I would like to bring the woman who has some issues in physical issues or mental issues.
Sure. Someone in need?
Someone with mental and physical issues?
Oh yeah, some with mental issues or physical issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, to heal the body because most of the issues coming from the body temperature, the heat of the body.
The heat of the body.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
We're
if
talking
it's
like acupuncture stuff?
acupuncture is a nerve system to push the nerves pointing,
Yes. Yeah.
but the heat and cold is different.
It's heat and cold is different.
Yeah,
Oh.
because it's the circulation.
Yeah.
You remember the tell me?
Yeah,
I have some stick which is a stainless stick,
Yeah.
and I put the incense.
Yeah.
So burning the incense and the cool stainless sticks, push to the
You get the heat. You get the heat and the